23 to 584. D5. Adam Young, 1955.
This is a segment where we take a look at a board game based on an IP, and I see if the IP and the mechanisms fit together, and whether it's a game that you should check out or not. Today we're looking at Masters of the Universe, a 3D board game. This is based on the He-Man cartoon. We're going to have as a team of He-Man characters and a team of Skeletor characters racing the Castle Grayskull. This is a spin and move game for children, but there will be battles if they land on the same space, and you conclude those battles by also spinning. There's also a 3D element to this board, where there's a board on top of a board, and when you land on certain spaces, the board will actually shift. And that could take you from being in last place all the way to first place, or somewhere in the middle. But it can also take you from last place all the way to the end. Let's take a look at this game, and I'll show you how it plays. Game is fairly easy to play. It's a spin and move. You spin, you move that number of spaces. Some of the space on the board will have it go ahead a spot, or you might lose a turn. What you're trying to do is get all the way down here to Castle Grayskull, and you're the winner. A couple things that can happen if you land on a spot with an automobile, then the 3D board will shift, and that could take some people further along. So say Beastman goes there, he's actually helping He-Man get to the bottom. The other little caveat to the game is if a good guy and a bad guy land on the same spot, they're going to have a battle off where you spin the spinner. Whoever scores the highest wins. The other person, Skeletor, has to go all the way back to the start. Like I said before, it's a race to the finish. First one to Castle Grayskull is your winner. You can also play teams where you have to get all of your teammates to Castle Grayskull in order to win. So the IP of He-Man and the mechanism of the game fit okay together. You have a team of He-Man, led by He-Man, you have Teela, and you have Man-at-Arms, versus Skeletor, Beastman, and Merman. And you're racing to Castle Grayskull. That is kind of an episode of He-Man, right? How you're getting there, I guess, is a little pull-off that you're doing the spin and move, but there are some battles that you would get from the television cartoon. So all of that fits perfectly together. Now, the way you get into the automobiles and you can spin the board around makes sense, I guess, because you can be shooting to the front. It doesn't make as much sense when you jump into it. It instantly takes you to the behind, but that is what's going on in this game. So it kind of fits well together. This is a good spin and move game for children, especially if they have an attachment to the IP. Now, that day may be long gone for many, but for some of us, we have raised our children watching the old cartoons like He-Man, so our kids may understand the IP and enjoy it. I think your enjoyment of a spin and move or a roll and move game for children is going to be based on whether they attach to the IP or not, and I would say the same here. But if you're into some He-Man action and you got a little one running around the house, this is not a terrible game to start them out on board games and learning that spin and move mechanism, because when you switch that board, they will laugh every single time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.